is bitterly cold this morning. We woke up and where we live there was a nice little coating of snow. So I thought I would head out and have a good walk. I was going to go to Wollerton Castle or Cork Abbey. But I figured I've been there quite a few times now, you've seen that. I'll go to one of my favourite places for a picnic in the summer months, obviously, not now. It's called Dale Abbey. So that is Dale Abbey, or what remains of it. Now the abbey was formed in about 1200 and it saw the end of its days in 1538 or 1539 when King Henry VIII dissolved all the monasteries and took all of their lands and power and money. So this is all that remains. The east wall, I think it was purely because it was considered bad luck, but all the rest of the abbey, which would have been a really big giant abbey once upon a time, was taken down brick by the locals and used to build houses. So this is all that remains. Right, I'm going to take you into the woods. They're called the Hermit's Woods because there is a hermit's cave in there. The story goes that there was a baker from Derby who had a vision from the Virgin Mary, who told him to go and lead a solitary life in Depdale, I think it was called at the time, which is now modern day Dale Abbey. So he came here and he carved out a little home for himself in the forest. I think this was about 1130, so this was even prior to the abbey here. But I will go and take you into the woods. You can see the east wall of the abbey in the background there. It looks like the sun's coming up slowly. In late spring, probably April, May time, these woods, which go on for another mile or so, are absolutely covered in wild garlic and wood anemones. It smells insanely beautiful. It's really, really nice. I'll bring you back in a few months' time so you can see what I mean. And this is the Hermit's Cave. So he came here in 1130 and carved this rock face out and made a home. So it is segregated into two parts. You have this bit here, which is called the chapel, and they think this was used as a place of worship. There's a cross on the wall, and they think a shrine, candles that have been used in that little nook there. And then on this side, this would have been his living quarters. As you can see, there's just a lot of graffiti nowadays, but yeah, this would have been his home. With lovely views out over the Derbyshire countryside. On the outside here, you can see these holes in the walls. So they think that they were used to put up a bit of a lean-to, so that there was a bit of shelter, probably for animals or storing wood. But anyway, this is his house. Was his house. And then about 20 years later, he moved down the hill to the church that we saw, and he built a bit more of a private chapel with some better living accommodation down there. Alright, anyway, make my way back down out of these woods. I'm not going to do the full walk today. I've just had a message from Pete saying that there's a delivery coming to the house within the next hour, so I need to get back home. It's always so nice getting outdoors, especially during the winter months. Just get out in nature, have some fresh air. It just makes you feel so much better. I'm so glad that the rain is gone and now we've just got frost, which is lovely. And snow. At home it's snow. Here in Dale Abbey, which which is only a 10-15 minute drive away. It's not far, but anyway, the snow didn't hit here. Just at home. So I'll have that to look forward to when I get back. I've just come down out of the woods. Because the way you access the woods is through that path there, and you go all the way around the back of the house. But I've just come down and noticed all this fog that's starting to descend. How pretty! That's so cute. Good morning. Today we have come for a little family day out to Wollaton Hall, which is in Nottinghamshire. You might recognise it as being Wayne Manor in the Batman movie with Christian Bale. This was his home. This is what they used to film his house. The house actually dates back to the 1580s when it was built. It was built actually by the same architect that did Hardwick Hall, so if you watch my episode on that, you might see a few similarities between the properties. But it's a really, really beautiful house. Today it is now a National History Museum. It was lived in by the Willoughby family up until about 1880, I think 1881. As of then, it was rented out to a few tenants, and then it went empty until Nottingham City Council bought it. And now it's a Natural History Museum. So the grounds are open to wander. They've actually got a T-Rex exhibition inside, which we went to last year. So we won't be going to that again. We're just going to come and have a look around the grounds today, do the gardens, and have a little wander around the lake. What have you got? As you can see, with the sheer volume of glass and chimneys, both of which were a sign of wealth, the Willoughby family had quite a lot of money. So this was just one of their homes, and they kept this up until 1881. They moved out because they considered it too close to Nottingham, which was an industrial centre, so they got rid of it. They don't want to live here anymore. I'm not going to go inside today, but you can book a tour and you can go and see down in the Tudor kitchens which they've had restored. So I'll try and take you in next time I visit. So that glass house there, that is actually a camellia house. It's absolutely full, chock-a-block of beautiful camellia plants. And it looks like they're all in bud at the moment, but no flowers just yet. I'm not sure if it's still open to the public, as I haven't been here for quite a while. We came last year to see the T-Rex exhibition, because that's over from the US. I think the first time it's ever left the US, this Tyrannosaurus skeleton. But it wasn't camellia season then. But yeah, I don't know if this is still open to the public, so I could always try and come back in 2 months' time and see if they're in bloom, because it is stunning, absolutely gorgeous. There's Daddy and Heidi waiting for me patiently. Heidi's still enjoying her ice cream by the look of it. is a little bit of information about the Camellia House if you wanted to pause and read, but it says this Grade 2 listed Camellia House is the oldest cast iron glass house in Europe. An old servant's tunnel, I imagine. Out of sight, out of mind. Takes you straight out to what would have been the stables. So now there's loads of shops, little cafe, deli, all sorts of things. Frozen!
Guys, guess what? This crow just dropped a car. Where did the crow get a car from? Let's just sort it out over there. Here's the car. So this is like the wheels still working and stuff.
Well, that's been our little hour walk this afternoon. We're going to head back home now. We're going round to my mum's next door and we're going to have a Mexican evening. So I need to go and knock up a nice fresh zingy salsa and guacamole and make some fajitas. So yeah, we're going to head home now and let's see you on our next adventure.